Hey folks, Josh here at Fortner's Frontier Leather. So today I just want to talk to you about our new leather belts, our harness leather belts. You may have seen the little short video that I uploaded a few days ago. If you're wondering what that was about, because it's only like 15 seconds long, Etsy has now made it to where we Etsy sellers can upload a video into the product photo so you can kind of see the product in motion and in action. So that's what that little video was. But today I just wanted to do a little video to show you all the features of it and tell you a little about it. So I've been wearing one of these belts for the last couple months before I released it to check some things out that I wanted to do different to make sure it all works out okay. And I'm pretty happy with the results. So normally, like I've told y'all before, I would normally want to bevel and slick all these edges. I haven't on this one, and with this leather it seems to work out just fine. The edges aren't really fraying real bad. They're kind of burnishing on their own. They're kind of slicking up on their own, and this belt has been actually one of my favorite belts that I've ever made, and the edges are not finished. It actually kind of looks cool like that. Kind of has more of a vintage look, and I kind of like that. One problem I found is that the buckles, I got these buckles from I don't know if you can see, but from another Etsy seller. They started to rust because they were plated. They were not solid brass like I was wanting to use. Now my goal for releasing this belt was to have it some very high quality leather, leather that was pre-dyed, so I can get these belts made and shipped out to you quickly. And it had to be brass hardware that won't rust. I mean, it'll tarnish, but tarnished brass looks kind of cool. So if you wanted to keep it that way, you could, or you could, keep it polished up and looking nice. So I've switched over to brass. I had an issue with the brass buckles. From the listing that the supplier had, they made it seem as though they were solid brass. I got them in, and they were not solid brass. But I got that squared away, and I have secured solid brass buckles for these belts now. Once again, these are made out of Wickett & Craig's traditional harness leather. Has a nice sheen. It's very heavily oiled. Once it's oiled, once it's vegetable tanned and then oiled, they put it in a machine, and it runs an arm over top with a glass cylinder that presses down and kind of slicks and burnishes and brings up the all the oils up to the surface. This is a heavily oiled leather, so I want to warn you now. Wickett & Craig told me on the phone when I first ordered this stuff a few months ago that it is possible, since all these oils are in it, for it to leach out and stain any light colored clothes. So if you're wearing like white pants or light colored khaki pants, I don't know anybody that wears white pants, but if you do, you probably don't want to wear this with them. I haven't had it happen. I wear khaki pants a lot, and I haven't had it stain my clothes, but I just want to let y'all know that they say it is possible. Another thing I'm doing different to try to reduce costs so I can just pass that savings on to y'all is I usually use 6 rivets, 2 to hold the buckle in place like this, and then 2 to hold the keeper in place under there. I've reduced the amount of rivets because I've decided after testing and messing with this that it's not necessary. So I've cut 2 rivets out of the equation. It's now attached with 2 rivets and then 2 in the to hold the belt keeper on. But we have solid brass hardware here, which is a lot higher quality leather. This is expensive stuff. It's good stuff, but I'm actually able to make it cheaper for y'all because I'm taking out some of the time that is required for dyeing and finishing. But this is really good leather. Like I said, it's very heavily oiled. This stuff will really stand up to the test of time. It's being that it's so old, it's not very stiff. It's very strong, but it's not extremely stiff. Now, that's not a problem if you're going to carry a gun. I carry a gun with this belt every single day, and it's no issue. I love this belt. So, because this belt's so good, it's actually now our only option is this traditional harness leather belts. Because, you really don't need much more. It's a bit thicker than our normal leather we use. It's usually 8 to 9 ounce. This is 10 to 12 ounce. So it's some really good, high quality stuff. Remember, this traditional harness leather was originally created for horses, to use on harnesses on horses. So this, if it'll hold up to that, mud getting slung on it, sweat, all those things, if that oil and the way this stuff is produced can hold up to that, it can hold up to whatever you're going to put it through. You're not going to put it through nowhere near that much stress. So I mean, this is a really good belt. Like I say, it's $55 shipping and all. And I'm gonna have these made in small batches. So as soon as you order one, all I have to do is chop it down to size and punch the holes to have a custom fit for you. And it'll ship out basically that same day or the next day, instead of having to wait for me to spend, you know, an hour or 2 hours to craft a whole new belt. I'll have them already made. I just got to size them up and send them to you. So I hope you'll head over etsy.com/shop/Fortner's Frontier and grab yourself one of our new traditional harness leather belts. Thanks, guys. Oh, and by the way, if you get one of these in and anything ever happens to it, and this goes for any product that I make, if the rivets pop out, the buckle comes off, or anything crazy like that, just send it back to me. You don't even have to message me first. Just send it back with a note saying what's wrong with it, or I can probably see what's wrong with it. Even if you messed it up, I'll fix it. It's no big deal. It doesn't cost me much. You just say pop some new rivets in or something. I want you to have something that's going to last, and I stand behind my product. So if something doesn't work, just let me know. Send it back to me. I'll fix it right up and send it right back to you. So I'll see you next time.